Hi everybody. Today we're going to read a book called Diary of a Spider by Doreen Cronin and pictures by Harry Bliss. We're going to read this book because our theme is spider. And spider ends the bossy R. Here are some pictures. His favorite book, Charlotte's Web, because it's about a spider. Baby picture of me and Grandpa, my first web, family portrait. Cool, huh? Discovered this neat sculpture. Fly's little sister, Maggot, right here. This book was autographed to my son Justin by Doreen Cronin. She came to visit his school. March 1st. Today was Grandparents' Day at school, so I brought Grandpa with me. He taught us 3 things. 1, spiders are not insects. Insects have 6 legs. How many legs do spiders have? Show me with your fingers. Are you showing me 8? You're right. Without spiders, number 2, without spiders, insects could take over the world. Number 3, butterflies taste better with a little barbecue sauce. These were the lessons from his grandpa. March 16th. Grandpa says that in his day, flies and spiders did not get along. It's showing the newspaper from his time. Things are different now. This is awesome. So remember, Spider has his friend Fly. March 29th. Today in gym class, we learned how to catch the wind so we could travel to faraway places. The gym teacher saying, next. When I got home, I made flashcards so I could practice. 1, climb high. 2, release silk. 3, catch wind. He's kind of writing a how-to book, isn't he? Fly made up her own flashcard. 1, fly. I'm starting to see why Grandpa doesn't like her. April 1st, went to the park with my sister today. We tried the seesaw. There they are. It didn't work. We tried the tire swing. It didn't work. We spun a huge sticky web on the water fountain. That worked. She's going, eek! April 12th. Today was safety day at school. We learned that vacuums eat spider webs and are very, very dangerous. If we hear a vacuum, we should stop, drop, and run. What does that sound like? It says, stop what we're doing, drop from the web, run like crazy. These are the lessons spiders need to have. April 13, we had a vacuum drill today. I stopped what I was doing, forgot where I was going, and ran screaming from the room. Help! We're having another drill tomorrow. It's kind of like the drills we had, right? Fire drills and lockdown drills. They have vacuum drills. April 17th. I'm sleeping over at Worm's house tonight. I hope they don't have leaves and rotten tomatoes for dinner again. More leaves, Spider? He's saying. May 7th. Mom said I was getting too big for my own skin, so I molted. Worm is saying, that is so gross. May 8th. Today was show and tell, so I brought in my old skin. My teacher called on it to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. You there, why don't you get us started, she says. But it really wasn't another spider. It was his old skin from when he molted. June 5th. Daddy Longlegs made fun of Fly because she eats with her feet. Now she won't come out of her treehouse. I'm going to find him and give him a piece of my mind. When you give somebody a piece of your mind, what are you doing? You're saying what you think. Usually it's when you're angry. So Fly is a little sad because Daddy Longlegs made fun of her. June 6th. I found Daddy Longlegs. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was. I gave him a piece of my lunch instead. So Spider chickened out. Didn't want to yell at Daddy Longlegs. June 7th. Fly's treehouse blew away in the wind today. So did Grandpa. Caught the wind. June 18th. I got a postcard from Grandpa today. Dear Spider, ooh la la, I landed in Paris. French bugs are delicious. Au revoir, Grandpa. Leg of a French gnat. Give it a try. June 30th. Grandpa came home today. I couldn't wait to hear about how he rode the winds all the way over the ocean. Turns out he caught a breeze to the airport and napped in first class. July 2nd. Fly came over to play today. She got stuck in our web and her mom had to come get her. Hi, Mom. Oh, my goodness. Grandpa laughed a little too hard. Ha, 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 ha. From now on, we have to play at Fly's house. This page turns the other way. July 9th. Today was my birthday. Grandpa decided I was old enough to know the secret to a long, happy life. Take a look down here. Never fall asleep in a shoe. Why? What would happen if you fell asleep in a shoe? July 16th. Things I scare. 1. Fly's mom. It wasn't his fault, Mom. 2. Tiny bugs. 3. People using water fountains at the park. Here he is coming down. July 17th. Things that scare me. 1. Daddy Longlegs. 2. Vacuums. 3. People with big feet. August 1st. I wish that people wouldn't judge all spiders based on the few spiders that bite. I know if we took the time to get to know each other, we would get along just fine. Just like me and Fly. And there is the end. And they put in, Dad made me this, Worm found this, my best friends, I made this slingshot, extended family reunion, and here is his first molted skin. I want to call attention to what little message the author has for us in this book. I know if we took the time to get to know each other, we would all get along just fine, just like me and Fly. The author took the time to put a little message in there, not to judge anybody. It's an interesting message that was put into that book. Question: could this book be considered a chapter book? Could there be more? Could this author have written an adventure of, instead of writing it in diary form, the author could have written different adventures about the spider. Could have written a chapter about Grandpa and what Grandpa did and Grandpa's trip to Paris. She could have written a chapter about school, about what he does in gym class, about what different things that go on at school or different things that go on at the park. That could be its own chapter. If he didn't want to write it, if Doreen Cronin didn't want to write it in diary form, she could have made this a chapter book, giving all different adventures that Spider had. You can think about that because we're reading and writing our own fiction chapter books. So I wanted to point that out. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.